And is really significant, you know? Or maybe it's a powder on his hand, too. Could be that. Which means there's no basis on which we can argue for the trial to continue. Hi, Real Car! How are you? Have you been? Very well. I'll now proceed immediately to the ruling. It seems we'll be able to report to the British government on time, after all. That smug little shit. Ryunosuke Naruhodo? Having considered all of... Oh! I'm doing very good, apparently. We're being convicted of murder, and we're trying to prove it wasn't us. Wait, Your Excellency. Ryunosuke? I don't think you can rule on this case yet. Yo, you shut your face. This amateurishness is getting tedious. When His Excellency deems that the trial is over, he gives his ruling. That is the most basic protocol of the courtroom. Yes. Shut the fuck up. Your Excellency, just a moment ago you said this. As the photographic print just submitted appears to have no further significance, there is no longer any room for doubt in this matter that I must make my ruling. Now that means that if there was a problem with the evidence, some significant detail, I mean, the ruling on the case at the time would be out of the question. Objection! Stop objecting me. This is blatant straw clutching. Look at this photographic print. All it shows is the handbag the gentlewoman was carrying on the day in question. There can be no problem with the evidence. Wait, is that chair not in that position in the other photograph? Better know what you're doing. I don't know what I'm doing at all. There's no chair there in this photograph, right? So is this staged? Oh my god, I've been having the biggest urge to play video lately. Again. I still haven't installed it. The thought about installing it and having to figure out if I can log into my account is, like, terrifying. Or, like, not log in. I guess it's connected to my Steam. And I did transfer everything, but I haven't touched it since they did that whole, like, move where we had to, like, make sure all of our stuff got to the new account or whatever. I haven't touched it. I'm scared, too. Yeah, the chairs are moved! Yeah, the hand tattoo is really getting to me. It's getting better, god damn it. I want to play my Shy. I miss my Shy. I know, I bring it up like once a week at this point. I should just reinstall it. Alright! Oh, boom. J-Money, hi again. Hello. Swelling Raid Bowser? Bowser? Hi, huge. Hi, Boom. How was your stream? What were you playing? Did it have something to do with Bowser? Your grind partner gave me them party puffs. Dude, I'll let you know if I do install it. The Apple Boom being awesome. Apple Boom's a cutie. Nobody knows them. Apple Boom is a freaking adorable cutie. Thank you so much for the raid. How are you? How was your stream?
Project 486 Yuri, 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 Project 486 Yuri.
Oh, there we go. Oh my, dude, I don't even know how to do speedruns. Honestly though, Rokar, if I do, I know I should just install it at this point. I want to play it, but when I install video, it's like all I want to do. I guess I do get addicted to it, mostly because I can easily zone out and play it for hours and hours. Oh god, I do miss my Shy though. You're just speedrunning Mario 64. Holy shit. And a new 16-star personal best of 25 minutes. Oh my god, really? That's amazing. Dude, I would die. I feel like I would like rage quit so hard. Wait, how long have you been speedrunning for? She did Sonic speedrun. Dude, Sonic was so fun. It was so fun. Yo, I never tried to speedrun a game. I barely finish games. That's awesome that you did that. 25 minutes. How many, like, tries did it take you to get to that? Did for a few months around 2 years ago? Ooh, so you're getting back into it? Oh, that's awesome. Have you only ever tried it with Mario? Have you tried any other games? Understand your objection, counsel. Certainly, the new evidence submitted by the detective has not undergone the court's scrutiny. However, I feel to see how we can glean any new information from this handbag. Don't look at the handbag, sir. Ha! My thoughts exactly. Really, the prosecution is becoming tired of this rookie's desperate wheezes. Yes, I am desperate, but this isn't a wheeze. There's something about this photograph which just doesn't seem right. Ooh, Link to the Past? I really liked Link Between Worlds. I never actually played Link to the Past. Super Metroid? Really? Oh my god, I've always wanted to play randomizers too. Randomizers always look so fun. Dude, that's awesome that you do that. I wish I had the patience for that. Wait. Oh, you said slash? Wait, why is it both games at the... Wait, how do you mix those two things? Wait. Even the Master Sword inside Millie's Lane. Slash Super Metroid Combat Randomizer. That sounds amazing. Yeah, I've always wanted to play randomizer. There's this... I wanted to play Monster Sanctuary, and I wanted to do a randomizer with it. Same as that Link. Ooh. I might actually look that up. That sounds interesting. I want to see it. Now imagine doing that randomizer and just never getting a sword until a cannon's tower. Oh no. Oh yeah. Definitely, I understand, Apple Boom. I'll definitely keep that in mind. Okay, Samus Link. Alright, can we point out the picture, please? Very well. I'll grant the defense one final opportunity. What? But be warned that if I am unsatisfied by your response here, the trial will be over with immediate effect. Do I make myself clear? Alright, so this is us, and we're being accused of shooting a guy. And we're trying to prove it wasn't us. So take another look at this photographic print, Inspector Hasanaga, submitted before. You will identify for the court where in this print we see the significant detail to which you have alluded. Yeah, it's definitely not going to be the chair. Is it? Yeah, it's going to be the tattoo. No? Oh, it's... I want to say the chair. I mean, we have 4 tries. I could just say the chair.
Yes!
Just here, I feel sure that around this area there's something extremely significant. Damn it, no, it's probably gonna be the tattoo. It's really obvious. The significance is your inability to positively identify anything wrong with this picture at all. Yeah, no, it wasn't that. I should just click the tattoo. Yeah, the handbag is like a beaded... Or, what did they say called for? It's like the beading that's like the webbing. Further, examine everything, otherwise you might miss an important clue. Always try to see the whole and don't be blinkered by individual details. I know you can do it. I could do it. Then I wouldn't have pointed out the wrong part of the picture just now. Okay. Bitch, I have 4 lives. But Your Excellency, the court should give consideration to the fact that this man is an amateur. One more chance, please. Well, I suppose he is just a callow student lawyer with little sense of protocol in these matters. I'm starting to feel insulted here. So take another look. Thank you for the lurk. Gotta install some drivers? Of course, go rest up too. Don't forget to use the bathroom, get some snacks. And have fun installing your drivers. I really want to point out the chair. We're going for this.
Yes!
Look at this here. There's a very unusual mark on the victim's wrist. It is true. It looks almost like a burn of some description. That could be from the gun.
Objection!
Oh. Dear me, I was pondering what new piffle you could come out with. A burn, you say, on the victim's wrist. Clearly that has nothing whatsoever to do with the magnificent lady's handbag. Does it not? There's not a candle on the table. Oh, wait. It's from the dish. Yes, that is a burn mark. You're right. Go on, Inspector. The police coroner also noted it when he was performing the post-mortem examination. It was deemed unrelated to the cause of death, so he didn't note it in his report. What did I tell you? In any case, we have no idea when the victim suffered this burn, do we? And no possible way of knowing either. The more I look at it, the more I find myself intrigued by the curious shapes of this mark. Yes, it is from the plate. However, as Prosecutor Ashia points out, unless a firm connection to the case can be shown, I cannot allow any further time to be spent on the precise details of this burn. Blah, 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 blah. You got it from the plate. Excuse me, Your Excellency. We see Miss Brett has a lunch appointment with the dean and other university staff. Bitch, you're not going anywhere. She would like to know if she may be excused from the stand now. Oh, of course, dear lady. We shan't hold you up any longer. It's quite sure His Excellency is about to give his final ruling, anyway. What you're thinking on this, Ryunosuke? What's your thinking on this, Ryunosuke? Do you believe the burn does have something to do with the case? To be honest, I'm not really sure. But if I don't keep pushing that, then it's all over. So I was thinking I should keep digging and digging in the hopes that I might uncover something useful. Yes, you're right. I am? Well, yeah, what are we gonna do? Just go to jail? If we can just link that burn to the case. If we can do that, we might be able to prise this shutting door back... Wait. Prise this shutting door back open again? Just give up, Counsel. You can't possibly hope to do that. Indeed, I'm afraid that without evidence... Can I just present something right now? Like, right meow? No, I can't. But if we had evidence that irrefutably links the burn on the victim's wrist to the case, then you would allow it. I would, yes. To tell the truth, I hadn't noticed that burn. But as soon as you pointed it out, what I did notice was the color draining from Miss Brett's face. Really? I have to find some link between the burn and the case. It's the imprint that's on the pan that's on the table. This is the moment of truth. Time to find some evidence that proves that burn really what that burn really means. So then, the defense will now present its evidence to the court. The evidence that demonstrates an inextricable connection between... Oh. Is this. Is that thing.
Yes!
What's this, Counsel? Yet another prince? Yes, Your Excellency. I believe photographic prints are an amazing invention. When we humans look at a scene, we miss things. But in a photograph, things we may have overlooked at the time are recorded forevermore. Do hurry up, Rookie. What are you trying to say? To inconvenience this poor lady any further would really be quite inexcusable. Actually, we may need you to stay with us a little longer. If you don't mind, Miss Brett. How'd the chair thing turn out? It was a burn on the wrist. And we're showing the evidence of why the burn matters is because... Well, the burn is from the plate that has the steak on it, which means... Why was he touching the plate that had the steak on it if he wasn't supposed to be eating? You see, it's very clearly visible in this other photograph. How did the victim come to have that unusual shaped burn on his wrist? The reason is recorded here forevermore. What? How?
Objection!
You can't fool me with your little bluffs, boy. That's your game. Now let's see how it plays out. Show the court exactly what you mean. Yeah, so the burn is from this thing right here. So it does. Oops. So it does mean that he was the one eating the steak, right?
Yes!
The beefsteak. Actually, the point is the metal plate the steak was served on. The plate. Oh, Your Excellency, are you all right? As you can see, there's an emblem on the plate. I don't get what this has to do. Like, if he burnt himself, if he was eating the steak, what does this have to do with the fact he got shot? I don't think that's his wrist. Oh, it's a food. Do you think? I was also thinking, what if it was the woman who had the dental work? We need to do a stakeout. Let's go, guys. Stakeout time. What are we ordering? Steak. So do you think the picture was staged? Because I do believe that the picture could have been staged because the chair is not supposed to be there. Like, it just looks weird, you know? I would guess it's some sort of trademark of La Carnival. Maybe see your wrists, ma'am? Best pun I heard all day. I think the picture was staked. Going at Jay. This emblem on the plate. And the victim's burn. Are exactly the same shape. Ah. Ryunosuke, you genius. You're spot on. Which means the victim must have suffered this burn while he was present at the restaurant. Ooh.
Objection!
He's gotta keep raising the stake. But even if that is the case, we can't know if it happened on the day in question or not. It could have happened the day before or the day before that. And most likely happened at some other unrelated time. Well,
Objection!
Sadly, Prosecutor Ashi, the chances of that are extremely slim. Thanks. Why? Yeah, why? The outline of the burn is clearly discernible. Such a serious injury would have caused quite a commotion in the restaurant. Wouldn't you agree, Inspector Hosonaga? The waiter and the doctor get switched around somehow? Wait, what? Wait, what do you mean by that? Hey there, Paxley. Hey, Meridian. I'm doing very well today. I'm loving this game so far. We're trying to prove that we haven't shot somebody. We're being accused of murder, but we're trying to prove it wasn't us. I'm doing very well. I hope you're doing well as well. I can't imagine having missed such a terrible disaster, certainly. But... I would say, looking at the... What if... Oh, you're talking about if the waiter is the dead one and they switched him out where... No, wait. Are you trying to say they switched bodies with somebody else who died? Like the waiter died? And the doctor switched places? Is that what you're saying? Oh, and they dressed him up as the doctor. But no, he's a professor, so they all know what he looked like. Unless he's really disguised. Unless he's dressed as the woman. And this is the woman and they're dead. Unless they would have really had to, like, disguise them, I guess. But the woman's wearing a mask. What if that's the real professor? They killed the woman, replaced it with the... Then again, there was like 5 people in this restaurant, at least, so... I don't know. Just say you are allergic. I'm allergic, so you can't use guns. Exactly. I didn't do it for real. For real, for real. Let me go. I was truthful. It's just think of what I saw at stake. I know. Not the steak. That's true. Why was he touching the hot plate? Because we already agreed that he wasn't the one eating the steak. But at the same time, it's like... I don't know. And again, you just don't have to listen to your doctor, but then it's like really confusing why there's only one dish at the table. Unless you're right about the woman being the one that got the dental done. Ooh. Because I kind of get the feeling that the woman in him switched places. Like, maybe she's the dead one in that chair, and he's just like masquerading as her. But then again, they're probably like very different. Then again, there's facial hair on the guy. We see the dead body in the picture. Wait. We were put into a closet, so we don't know what happened afterward. Oh, because that's the image. It's right there. So, like, yeah, if he was holding his knife there, it would have made that print there. But, like, at the same time, the dead body is... Oh, you can't see the facial hair here, actually, in the picture. Dude! This is the woman, isn't it? The woman's the actual dead one. I'm going with the woman's the actual dead one. And whoever's standing there at the like on the stand is not her. Yeah, I'm feeling convinced the bodies might have been switched. As a man, but yeah, that's what I'm saying is that does not... Wait. But then again, she's very dressed up. She has a mask on. The one that went and got her was the police investigator who asked the two guys not to say anything about letting the woman leave. They were... Like, he told the two guys to not tell anybody that the woman was there. But I don't know why they wouldn't know that they switched the bodies. Like, I don't know where those two were. But the police investigator that asked them to not say anything about her was the one to go get her. Nobody else was with him. Because they could just be another random girl with her there. Yeah, it could just be a random girl there with him. And time to make a fake photo. And honestly, that photo feels really fake. Yeah. I'm still concerned. Yeah, the chair is in the wrong spot as well. Like, there's so many things. Also, there's the thing about the picture of the guy. The chair is facing away from the table. I want us to address it so bad. I'm totally up with this body switch, though. I think the body switch thing is a good theory here. I would say, looking at the picture of the wound, that is, it hasn't suffered very long ago. And although it's not a particularly large burn, it's extremely well defined, as the defense just pointed out. This was no mild burn, that's for sure. And it was stated that earlier that the woman said that, or the supposed woman here at the stand said that he didn't have his gun on him, right? Or what did she say? I can't remember actually, but I guess this guy owns a gun at least. Well, let's see. If the plate was at around 90 degrees centigrade, a burn like that would have taken around 3 seconds. How do we know this? How'd you come to 3 seconds? You're not the doctor, you're the police officer. Maybe he's not the police officer. It's inconceivable that the victim would have let out a scream of pain then. I've been investigating at the restaurant for several weeks already, but I've not heard anyone scream at all. And he talks about investigating. He is the investigator. Why is he coughing up blood, though? I need this, like... As the head waiter of La Carnival, I can testify to that without hesitation. But you're a detective, not a waiter.
Yes!
There you have it. Something isn't right here. Maybe he has a broken rib. Maybe. As the detective said, anyone who burnt themselves on a piping hot plate for 3 seconds could 3 seconds would scream in pain. There's no question of that. And yet Inspector Hosonaga never heard the professor scream. Not on the day or any before it. The body was repositioned. He died, then his hand fell on the burn. Fell and got the burn. And then the body was moved. Broken rib suck. Have you broken a rib before? Ugh. Ow. That's right, and the strange thing is, on that day he was shot, I didn't hear him cry out either. What are you suggesting? Well, if the professor had carelessly laid his wrist on the plate for anything like 3 seconds that day, that would be beyond careless, I think, Counsel. Then the rest of us in the restaurant, myself, the sergeant, and the old antiques dealer, all of us would without any question have heard him scream. Wouldn't you agree, Prosecutor Archie? A few times from just being too strong for his body to what the fuck? Man flexes and breaks a rib. Imagine flexing and taking out your own rib cage. Aw, jeez. Yes, I suppose. So the question is, why didn't a single person hear Dr. Wilson scream? I almost don't believe it. Rinosuke, do you think? Can it really be true? I never dreamt we'd arrive at a conclusion like this, but I'm starting to think that maybe you've been led into a terrible trap. Did he die from other reasons? And someone just shot the gun to cover it up? There's only one explanation I can think of that makes sense of this apparent impossibility. On the day in question, when he suffered the burn to his wrist, Dr. Wilson was asleep or already... He was already dead, I think we're going with. Right? We're going with he's already dead. Ah. Man, they are extremely clumsy. When big strong men talk about how crazy strong my dad is. He a big strong man. Yeah, he was still under anesthesia. But like if you burn yourself, do you think it would wake you up? But then again, you're under anesthesia. I don't know if like getting burnt can wake you up from anesthesia, right? Or I assume it would. Yeah, he was under anesthesia. What if she was the... I'm still convinced about this body switch in a way. Like, what if, like, she... Or, like, the body switch, and, like, what if she was the one getting the dental work? So what if she was the one that was asleep? And they switched the bodies, you know? I feel like we're saying already deceased. Like, what if they died during the dental thing and, like, the doctor had to cover it up? What if it was that? I can save Scum. I'm leaning towards 3, yeah, Zafoon. I'm gonna say he's dead in that chair. Or, like, before he got shot, he died. Was wide awake, then closed up to cuts burning. It didn't feel a... Oh, he didn't feel a thing. Oh, okay. I guess that's the point of it. Then again, how... Wait, they talked. So, he was probably not already dead, but he was probably asleep. I'm gonna say... already deceased. No man could remain silent when his wrist was burning on a piping hot plate for 3 whole seconds. It's clearly impossible. Apart from in one particular situation. Counsel? Are you suggesting? Okay, so what? It's only possible if the man was already dead. Oh, already? Dead? Knowing what we know now, it's the only possible explanation. When the beefsteak was brought to Dr. Wilson's table that day, the professor was already dead. That's madness. Order, order, please. Counsel, explain the absurd notion at once. The victim was killed by a gunshot. That's right, the absolute right, Your Excellency. This is just another ridiculous ploy by the rookie student, but clearly had no grasp on the facts.
Objection!
I know everything. No, Prosecutor Archie. It's you who has no grasp on the facts. Everyone in here sucks at their job. No, this Sparta. I beg your pardon? As soon as it became apparent that the victim had suffered the burn while at the restaurant, this whole case is turned upside down. Or have you not grasped that yet? Man, this guy was probably like, it's gonna be an easy day at work today. And I'd be stuck here all day. Your Excellency, the court must hear from the witness again. If it's true, as we now believe, that the victim was already dead before the gunshot was heard. Tell you like that Miss Brett knows something about it. Incredible! I certainly didn't anticipate this twist of events. You got those hatchet cutters, and last time he broke his... Wow. And like he said, screw it and cut the cable with the strength alone. Feel like these aren't working. I got this. I'm sorry to say, Miss Brett, that you will have to forget your luncheon engagement. But, Your Excellency, the justice system in our country may be in its infancy, but rest assured all reasonable doubt must be dispelled before I am prepared to pass judgment. Thank you, Your Excellency. Stop smiling. What was that? A smile? Yes, of course. I mean, I'd be... You bitch! I'd be delighted to help. She... Yeah, if you don't have, like, strength to do it in, like, the right places, I would assume so. Like, you're crushing it under... Getting crushed underweight. I don't like her. But I feel like it's too easy to say it's her. But at the same time, it's like... Yeah, bitch, stop speaking in cursive. She's speaking in print now. Especially if it helps relations between my country and yours. Miss Brett, you speak Japanese. Well, of course I do. I'm studying in your country after all. But then, why have you been speaking through an interpreter until now? My mother's tongue, the Queen's English, is the most refined and elegant language in the world. As a gentlewoman, I try to avoid speaking in your vulgar tones as much as possible. She's a bitch. But it seems the men in this land possess none of the chivalrous virtues of English gentlemen. So I can see that I shall have to lower myself to communicating with you at all on your own level. You are a bitch! Shut up. You are the epitome of true English gentlewomen. We are truly honored by this lavish considerations you so generously afford us. Oh, shut up. I see. In that case, Miss Brett, I would now ask you to testify in your own words. Shouldn't fairly, dude. Alright, so we did establish which dates these takes in, right? I feel like this is probably definitely how it goes. And, well, yeah, I would assume, like, she's definitely... I also talk Japanese, it's just that I wouldn't understand what I say. About the events leading up to the death of the victim, Dr. Wilson. Okay, so maybe the body... Now that she's talking, I'm thinking that the body switches out about switching the woman in her. But definitely, there's something off about this body. So we're finally going to hear her own words on the matter. That was a loud car. Things are getting interesting, Ryunosuke. Fitzy. Ooh. The victim's death. Unfortunately, I have no idea when the poor man burnt his wrist like that. When the waiter brought my steak, the professor and I raised our glasses in a toast. As far as I've heard, the post-mortem report showed no other possible cause of death besides the gunshot. If there's some other way a man's life can be If there's some other way a man's life can been taken. Why does that sound weird to say? Can been taken? I'm overthinking the sentence. Without leaving a trace, please do show me. But of course, this country is... Right? That's not... Dude. Wait, what if she's like... But of course, this country's inferior investigative techniques probably wouldn't pick up on it anyway. What if... What if she's not English? Wait, I said hi to Fitzy, right? Hi, Fitzy. I think I did. But yeah. What if she's not English and she's not the right... Like, he didn't go get the correct woman. Yeah, she's covering her eyes. Poison the drink. Maybe. Oh, maybe. She is a medical student, if this, in fact, is her. Wait. He's coughing up blood. Something else might be poisoned. Like, that guy right there on the right, he is coughing blood up. What if it's the anesthesia? Maybe? I don't know. Like, what if he went to go see the doctor that day? He's broken a rib from a fight. Yeah, definitely him coughing up blood has to do with something. That most captivating and beautiful testimony will go down in the Supreme Court's history. Thank you. Easy does it. I hope that is the last time I'll have to sully my lips with the coarse tones of your unbecoming tongue. Oh, forgive me. I do hope I haven't insulted anyone. Oh, shut the fuck up, you bitch. What if he's the doctor? Or is the professor? Or is it the professor? I mean, the professor is the medical professor. She's a medical student. True, what if he's the doctor? Like, what if that's not the inspector? And that's doctor. I don't know. It's Joe all along. I'm getting so lost in all these theories. Because he... Ooh. What if he is the professor? But then again, I feel like it's really hard to do that because everyone here knows what that professor looks like. Can't even finish the joke here. Joe Mama. I do hope I haven't insulted anyone. Oh, not at all, not at all. It's a delight merely to hear you speak, dear lady. That's true, doppelgangers are a thing. It seems very clear from your testimony that this boorish talk of the victim's burn is utterly irrelevant. I will be speaking to your country's Minister of Justice about what has happened here today. The Minister of Justice! May that irritating little bully of a student be given the harshest punishment possible. Amen. Fuck you. Huh? Thanks? Was that a prayer? Well, you'll have to forgive the irritation, Miss Brett, and put up with a cross-examination now. I expect you've noticed that this little bully of a student, as you put it, doesn't miss much. I got 5 lives. How many you got, bitch? I think I have 3 left. I'm sure I don't need to remind you, counsel, that this will be your final cross-examination in this trial. If you fail to demonstrate any problems with this witness's testimony, I will be ruling on the case immediately. Is that clear? I'm ready. Yes, Your Excellency. Then you may proceed with the cross-examination. Oh, I'm gonna cross-examine this bitch so hard. Unfortunately, I have no idea when the poor man burnt his wrist like that. Phase 5, let's go! Okay, so this is all the dialogue that she said before. The cheering might be a thing here. Like, if he was already dead, they can't cheer. But when did he die? A post-mortem report? Actually, can we look at it? Ah, this is all we get. Single bullet fired at close range. Fatal hemorrhage from the pectoral ballistic trauma. No exit wound. Bullet did not pass through the body. It does not say it killed him. Wait, fatal. It says fatal. I can read. Never mind. It does say it killed him. It says fatal. Can they even test for poison in this yet? Huh. You think you see it? Is there some other way a man's life can be taken without leaving a trace? Please do show me. But of course, this country's inferior investigative techniques probably wouldn't pick up on it anyway. Oh, wait. If there's some other way a man's life can be taken without leaving a trace, please do show me.
Yes!
Do we show you, or can we just talk about it? Without leaving a trace? If someone is shot, or strangled, or stabbed, or thrown from a height, whenever a person's life is taken, there is always telltale traces on the body. Quite right, dear lady. And as our police force has thoroughly examined the body of the deceased, there can be no doubt. Isn't that right, Inspector Hosonaga? As I've said, I always aim for a flawless investigation. There would be physical traces as well as causes of death, that's true, but maybe there's some other way of killing someone that doesn't leave a mark. If, heaven forbid, you doubt me, young man, you're gonna have to tell everyone how exactly you think the professor did lose his life. Otherwise, I'm afraid your argument falls rather flat, doesn't it? Oh no, perish a thought, calling such a sweet young lady innocence into question? Oh, on my honor, Takenshi Ashi will cut down any who dare cast such aspirations. Alright, can we just say poison? It does not take this many brain cells to figure this out. We need some evidence to back us up here. Yes, evidence. No idea when. Why was it on his side of the table, though? I really, like... Can I, like, present this picture? I don't want to talk about the gunshot. I want to talk about the fact the chair's turned around and the steak's on his side of the table. Dude, right, Zaffoon? I really feel that. I don't think it's the actual girl. He wants you to go down and save a woman who literally... Dude, I hate this woman. Can I present this? I want to see what happens. Contradicts the facts that's demonstrated by this evidence. No, I failed. As far as I can tell, there's nothing untoward... Ah, goddammit. But that... Oh my god. It's just my face. Okay, I won't fuck it up this time. Okay, I should just press everything. Okay, press this.
Yes!
As you testified before, you were drinking a carbonated water, is that right? Dr. Wilson was only permitted to drink water at the time, if you remember. Which explains why he ordered that drink, correct, waiter? Mm-hmm. Exactly as you say, sir. Although, whether or not the professor actually drank any of the water when I delivered the steak to the table, I'm afraid I don't remember that. The drink, the glass that's on his side, quote, his side of the table, has stuff in it still. Damn you. Enough English to understand that, at least. For the benefit of others in the court, it means bless you. Fucking idiot. I think it means the exact opposite. Anyway.
Yes!
Yes, it's written here in the paperwork. Fatal hemorrhage from ballistic trauma. Yes. Luckily for all of us, a little burn on the wrist isn't going to kill us, as there were no other signs of trauma on the victim's body to indicate some other cause of death. It can only have been the bullet from your gun that put the end to the innocent man's life. It doesn't make sense. The burn must have happened straight away when the plate was first brought to the table by the waiter. Yes, that's true. What if the cook in the kitchen died? And this is him. If it had cooled even slightly, we would have been able to make a burn like that. And if the victim's burned his wrist in the hot plate as soon as it was brought out the kitchen, he must already have been dead at that point.
Objection!
Yet the fact that the victim was killed by a gunshot to the chest, until you're able to show the court evidence to disapprove that this is a complete waste of time. I concur, Prosecutor Archie is right. Yeah. Okay, we did already press that. I didn't press the first thing, right?
Yes!
But his hand was on the searing hot plate for at least 3 whole seconds. You can't not have noticed. Do you think so? Let me ask you something. Sorry? Ever since I arrived at this courtroom, and even still now, the fly on those unsightly black trousers of yours has been wide open. No, don't expose me! You can't not have noticed, can you? Huh? What? Oh my god, my feelings. What fun. You hadn't realized. The dear lady is absolutely right. As your friend, you've embarrassed me as well as yourself, Minasoke. Why didn't you tell me? Dr. Wilson was a true English gentleman. He chose honorable silence over a vulgar scream. Can your tiny brains imagine such a thing? Oh yes, I think my tiny brain can.
Yes!
Shut up! We've all been there. I can't. Anyway. Okay, I have to present something. I guess I never did the last one. We could I'm just gonna press it as well. I feel like I'm gonna miss something if I don't. Inferior? What do you mean by that? In the land of the Great British Empire, the police store everything found at the crime scene for later examination. But in this country, you investigate once, and that's the end of it. Isn't that so? Man, nobody brought up the gun that nobody has. Quite right, La Carnival is open for business as usual today, just days after the incident. Exactly, which means that even in if the investigation takes a different direction, vital evidence may be lost. Sir? Can we address him? It doesn't even occur to your naive detectives to try to preserve the crime scene. Can I, like, interact with him at all? I'm trying to be as tactful about this as I can, you understand? A killer blow. The lady is as formidable as she is beautiful. Amazing. He's actually admiring our police may be flawed. Perhaps Prosecutor Ashi is finally starting to see sense. She has no respect for the guy right next to her. She has no respect for anybody. Still, there's something about what Miss Brett just said. There was a moment before when something didn't seem quite right. What do you think? Yunosuke? I think it's going terribly, no matter how much I press her. I'm not turning up any new information. Yes, as I suspected. She's a tough witness. We need to find a way to break her testimony, or the cross-examination will be over. That would mean I have to find a way. There must be some clues somewhere to help us to clink her armor. Kazuma. What, Ryunosuke? There is one thing I noticed. Something that's been bothering me. Bothering you? You mean Miss Brett? Actually, no. Can we bring up the blood? About the person standing next to her, Inspector Hosonaga. The detective? Yes, he seems to react a little strangely to Miss Brett's last statement. I was wondering if it might be significant, if it might present in an opening, maybe. Alright, I have an idea. Try pressing her on that last statement one more time. If you think so, but this time instead of targeting the woman herself, let's see what we can get out of the detective. There's no way his headband moves like that in a room. Nah, it's his, he's so epic that he just billows, Always billowing. I'll find out soon enough, I suppose. Alright, press her on the last statement again. On it. Oh yeah, it is this little guy he hired to hold his fan.
Yes!
Inferior? What do you mean by that? Alright, make him cough. Do it, bitch.
Wait.
Yes, there it is again. Yeah, he's just an anime protagonist. I really feel like he's like if he were in a show, he'd get killed off. He'd be too epic and he'd get killed off. He'd be like the protagonist's best friend that dies. The reaction is the same as before. Why? Up until now, the detective has been in the stand with Miss Brett as her interpreter. But things are very different now. For this testimony, the detective is just listening to what the English woman has to say. This could be a golden opportunity. Oh yeah, or he becomes our rival. I mean, he's too cool. He could be our rival. I'd let him be my rival. Yeah, he can be my rival. It would be a fun time. When people are actually testifying, they're usually very careful not to let anything slip. However, when they're listening to someone else speak, you'll find that they often let their guard down. Ooh, maybe it does. Maybe when we become a... Wait, I am a lawyer. Yeah, it gets you a headband and a katana. He's lost in his own thoughts. It's time to pursue the man in his train of thought. Sorry, pursue. I'll explain how to do it now. Alright, tutorial time. The witness marker? What marker? At the moment, we're focused on Miss Brett, who's the person actually making the current statement. Uh-huh. Oh, thank you. Use the D-pad, move left and right. You can turn your attention to other people in the stand. While you're looking at the other witness, you'll be able to pursue them with A. Okay, cool. Might uncover some new information. Have you ever noticed a strange atmosphere amongst the people on the stand? Take a good look around. Alright. So first I should move the marker across. Yes, yes. Even if the investigation takes a different direction,
Wait.
vital evidence may be lost.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. Yeah. What's the meaning of this? Stop coughing up blood. You're getting it everywhere. I didn't mean to shock you. He really was lost in his own thoughts. Deeply. It looks like you were thinking something just now, Inspector. Perhaps having heard what the lady next to you had to say. Is there something you'd like to say? Please share it with the court.
Objection!
What is the meaning of this? It's the delightful Englishwoman who's testifying at the moment. If you can't find fault in her testimony, then the cross-examination would be over immediately. Oh. Is that how it works? Absolutely not. Hmm? The detective is in the stand, which makes him a valid witness. Bitch. Yes, not to mention the fact that he's intimately involved in the case. Inspector Hosonaga? Yes. Do you have something to add in relation to the statement just made by Miss Brett? Yeah, what's up? Well, yes. If you don't mind, I would like to speak. ... The lady is right. My country's police practices are not as modern as those used in Great Britain. Which is why I said true. Hosonaga always try to make every investigation I'm involved in flawless. What do you really mean by that? I'll tell you what I mean. I won't have evidence lacking on my watch. He's English. I'm not afraid to take everything I can from the scene of the crime. It's preserving evidence, you see. I don't care if they call me a crime scene thief. I'm not ashamed of what I've done. What do you have? He has something. A crime scene thief? Well, it looks like the laser marks touched a nerve there. Take this, for example. Oh, he took the bottle. Is that? This is the bottle of carbonated water that I took to the victim's table on the day in question. He tested it and drank it, didn't he? And yes, it's lost all of its fizz, having been opened 3 days ago now. But it was carbonated water. I don't care what anyone says. There's something left in the bottle. I can see it. One day, our police force will be among the best in the world. The time is coming, I guarantee it. I can't say I condone the witness's actions, but I do understand the sentiment. The court will accept the glass bottle of water as evidence. Dude, what's in the bottle? Miss Brett? Can you confirm this is indeed the bottle from which you drank on the day of the victim's death? Yes, it was that bottle. What was that about? She seemed to avert her eyes when she answered the judge's question. Very well, counsel. You may resume the cross-examination. And the inspector will kindly control his fervor. Man's coughing blood. Yeah, I want to look at the bottle. Just your average blood cough. Nothing, yeah, nothing unusual. The label's written in a foreign language that I don't recognize. Do you know what it says, Kazuma? I think it's French. This must be very expensive water. Yes, but what does it say? That's what I was asking. Then go to France and ask. You could just say that you don't know. Said it was that bottle, but not that water. Oh! Luckily, he is Japanese, so he can lose a truckload of blood without being affected. The last drink Dr. Wilson ever had. It looks like there's a little left in the bottle, although it's just plain water now. You know, I've been sweating so much I'm absolutely parched. Just have a sip of this to keep me going. No, you can't do that. For one thing, that's evidence. You can't go drinking evidence. You're right, we don't know what might be inside, do we? You never cease to amaze me, Yunosuke. In more ways than one. ... I wonder, could there be anything in this water? What's the matter? You've gone quiet all of a sudden. I think I might have just worked something out. An interesting possibility. There's something other than a man's life to be taken without leaving a trace. I want to present you with the bottle. I didn't mean to hit that button.
Yes!
What is this? The bottle of water? Actually, there is one method of killing a man without leaving a trace that comes to mind. We needed the bottle to talk about this? Okay. I'm referring to poison. Poison? On the day of his death, we know that Dr. Wilson drank from this bottle of carbonated water. Could it be that there was poison inside? Could it be that the professor actually died after taking a sip from his glass? Who the fuck shot a gun then? Order, order. And on that day, he was sitting at the same table as the professor and able to slip the poison into his drink. There's only one person who could possibly have done it. Jaziel Brett. It was you.
Objection!
This is outrageous. Such a thing without a scrap of evidence. Or the waiter. I was also thinking that. I don't know, whoever poisoned it. It could have really been anyone. Are we ever going to discuss the two other people? Like the missing coin? Missing antique? You know? You little rookie imbecile. Have you ever considered the delicate situation our country finds itself in now? Have you forgotten that we have only just signed an accord of friendship with the British Empire? Yeah, it has to get brought back up. Have you even the vaguest inkling of what your rash accusations could jeopardize the entire treaty? Dude, I'm not going to jail. This is not a political arena. This is a trial to determine one individual's guilt with respect to one's crime. What? The fact that this woman is British makes no difference. You're here to determine the truth. Ahem. If I may, I will silence you forever for this discussion. Oh. It is you who should be silent. Of course. I don't like her. Dear lady. Where did that come from? She just snapped. I'm afraid I may have spoken unfairly before. I offered my most humble apologies. I'm sorry, my lady. To what are you referring? She's a bottom trying to be a top. He really do be. I described your policies for us as inferior. But no matter how inferior they may be, You still investigate this particular point thoroughly, I believe. The bottle, I mean, Inspector. And whether it contained poison or not. Of course. You did? It's why he's fucking coughing. So, what I think is actually going to be the evidence is the glass. I forgot what I was watching, where it was, someone had put the poison in the glass and not the bottle. So what if she brought a glass? Nah, then there'd be 3 glasses in this situation to talk about. Unless there is one and she snuck it out under her hat or something. But like, what if she poisoned the glass, somehow switched them, then she didn't drink it herself? I don't know. You did? But then again, he's coughing, so he probably tasted it. Have you forgotten that my guiding principle is already? I strive for a flawless investigation every time. I don't believe it. Naturally, we tested the inside of the bottle and its contents. And what did you find, Inspector? I ordered the test for every toxin that's available in this country at the present time. We could find no trace of poison of any description in the bottle of carbonated water, Your Excellency. What? Are you sure? Try and save the guy, but he died by other means. He would drink back the water. He died by... There's a lot of factors here. Or like, what if it's like... Nah, I was gonna say, what if it's like something that could have mixed with the anesthesia and like caused poison? But I feel like that would just be really far-fetched. Because the anesthesia is probably not like... Yeah. The tests were done by the chief coroner himself. Oh no. That's true, all the native poisons, you're right. Like, she could have just brought something from Britain. I'm very careful to all you Japanese. You've successfully established my complete innocence in this horrid affair. Thank you. But of course, dear lady, the pleasure was all ours. Shut up. Body was already dead before he was shot. That's true. That's true. 0 blood. He was dead before he was shot. I was so sure. This can't be right. Everything falls into place if he was poisoned. Thank you, counsel. I think that cross-examination has clarified everything. Are we finally talking about the gun? Dude, it's the gun, you guys. As the prosecutions have asserted, a shot to the chest from this gun is the only conceivable cause of death. Furthermore, the accused, who by his own admission was holding this weapon, is the only possible culprit. I'm done for. The court wishes to apologize. Can I look at it? Oh, it's not in fucking evidence yet. Fuck. The court wishes to apologize for the great inconvenience this has caused you, Miss Brett. Oh no, I'm just glad the matter is resolved. For proceedings, I must ask the counsel for the defense. Do you have any further new evidence to present the court at this point? Kazuma? Come on. Use your billowing to your advantage. I'm sorry, Runosuke. I have nothing more. Well, if you'll excuse me now, I really must be leaving. But you can't just leave court when you want. Sit your ass back down.
Hold it!
Who yelled that? Oh shit! Twist! Please wait. Isn't that... What is the meaning of this? Forgive me for intruding on court proceedings, Your Excellency. Susato Mikotoba. Oh, his daughter. Judicial assistant to the defense. Yukotoba. In my darkest hour, when nowhere left to go, she appeared like a bolt of lightning. And in her hand, she carried a small package. Resto's package. Hi, Resto! Wrapped in a Froshiki cloth. To be continued! Holy shit, there's so many twists! Oh my god. Yeah, we're saving. Ooh. I don't know, that's like... I don't know if I... Like, it has to be the woman, right? But I'm also convinced that it's not a woman and that it's somebody else who's cross-dressing as one. Because I still think the body switch could be a theory, you know? There's, like, so many ways this could go. Shit. So many options, you guys. So many ways this could go. I love thinking about it too. I'm also really happy I went with this game because I feel like not all of us like I don't think anyone here knows what's going on, right? Like this is all new to us. Like no one's played this game, I think. It is a really fun game, right? I'm having so much fun. I'm glad we can all like speculate about it. I've seen people play the older one, which I did think about getting it, but I'm already a little spoiled on that, or very heavily spoiled on that one. I assumed a lot of us knew what was going to happen in that story, but I'm happy I got this one because there's so many ways it could go. I'm so excited.